Okay. Well, the next person I want to bring on, we have at least we still have space for three, four people, that's for sure. I know that Matthew, I have Karen, I have Doug, and if we can fit in one or two, we'll also do one or two more. Okay. Well, listen, Matt, are you in the room? Or no, let's go back and forth. Women, man, women, man. Okay. So there's no preference here. Karen, are you in the room?
Yes, I am, Luigi. I'm here. I'm back from my walk.
Okay, let me spotlight you. By the way, I saw a nice little poster of you and Malik. What's happening with that? Are you starting a new business with Malik?
No, no. Um, Hi everyone. I'm Karen. So let me explain what that was all about. I'm a coach, mindset coach, and also a body worker, and I've done that for wellness for basically my whole life, coming from a space of being an elite athlete. Um, There's been incredible speakers on here today. So I was sitting here going, what am I actually going to share? Um, First of all, I want to say there's two people that comes into this. There's one person that is because they probably have pain and they are looking for some solutions of, dealing with that pain. And then there's people that come in from a perspective of really, maybe building an empire, maybe impacting people from a different point of view. You see that all the time. I myself, I came from both perspectives, even though I can be perceived to be, I would classify myself as very healthy. I'm very health conscious, but I've also had my fair shares of injuries through being a very active person, from having a lot of surgery on one of my feet and from being super active. So I came in from that perspective. The other perspective is that I really, really love helping other people. With that, obviously being an empath and always being in the role of actually listening to people. So I want to share a little bit about that, because it's one of the things that it's a very, very good skill to have, to listen to people. Sometimes when we want to share this, we overshare rather than actually kind of really digging deep into, why does that person actually possibly want to look into this? So going back to Malik, this is something that I've always been a very curious person, and I tend to sit back and listen. As a practitioner, as a coach, I listen. And years ago, I started my podcast, and I get just great pleasure from doing that. And if you didn't listen to Malik's story, there were so many incredible pointers in there. A really humble man that have gone through a journey that is just super, super successful too. So I'd say go and listen to this. I get a buzz out of that. I get a buzz out of, as I said, helping people. Myself, it's helped myself so much. And I'm very, very grateful to have come into this space because, as I say, this is it for me. Right now, as I'm sitting here, I'm actually stepping away from my body work next week, not seeing clients. I'm heading up to see people in my team. I've got sharings. I've got 3 fairly big events coming up. And that is what gives me great pleasure, is actually helping people in the team. That's where my role seems to be. So I'm so grateful for this. Not just does it help you with growing your hair, because it really does help with a lot of different things. That's one of the things that people said to me. They point out, what's going on with your face, Corinne? When you got inflammation in your body, what happens is often we're quite puffy, and people have been pointing out with me, your face is actually changing. If you look back at me, my face is looking slightly slimmer, less puffy. But I also noticed that, my hair is so good too. So these little subtle things have been amazing. I notice mindset shifts in people. And when we start feeling better, when our energy, um, becomes higher, everything shifts in life because you get more motivation. So that's great. But what I want to say to, what was going through my mind when I listened to people here, I want to talk to the people that maybe not so confident, and they listen to these coaches that can turn things around and are very confident on cameras. There's a lot of people here that are not in that space in the community that, life has turned around, but they really do want to share it. All I want to say is just be you, be enthusiastic, and just share your way. You have to just be you and be really comfortable with that because, if we build on that, we can do anything. And of course, it comes back to the strong why. I'm actually going to do a workshop on a webinar on the why, which is really powerful if anyone want to join in, but it should make you cry. I'm a mother and I'm a grandmother, and my kids and that is why I'm doing this. I have parents in Sweden that I'm probably going to go and see for the last time, probably 2019 I was there. I'm changing my life around. I'm turning 57 this year, and I've rebuilt basically
No,
my
no,
whole
no.
life.
You look 57. You look like you're 47 here.
Yeah, but I kind of am because I'm getting younger and younger, Luigi. That's the thing. You watch this space because I'm actually in the body has taken its toll. And I say that because my body has been my vehicle. I used to, be out there doing Pilates DVDs. I've written a book in Pilates. Guys, I hate to say it, but I was 30 kilos lighter. Through injuries and not being able to walk, being told you may not be able to walk. That's not easy when your body is your vehicle. But you can shift around, and this is the tool for me. And I am so calm. I'm so enthusiastic. And my OlyLife journey, Luigi, is really just starting now. I know I've been here since October. And I said this to you, and I walk my talk. I said by April, I want to step away from, what I'd eat. And here I am. So when I set myself a goal, obviously I've got those skills. I've got the mindset because, if you've been an elite athlete, if you've got discipline and consistency, you can do it.
Karen,
Anyone can do it.
I love one.
So
I love one thing that you said there. Okay. I want to bring on three other speakers. You touched on a very good point tonight. And that very good point is not everybody has the capacity to be a big person in front of people and talk. And that's true. And no matter what you try to do with a lot of those people, but in the end, I like your advice that whoever you are, just be you. But one of the things that all those big leaders said was like, just don't overcomplicate things. Just be happy, be passionate, just share. You don't have to be a scientist. Share your story. What's your story in life? Like, it's not that complicated. And another thing I'd like to add to, when we congratulate people for ranking up M1, M2, M3, it doesn't matter if you did M1 in one day, 1 week, or 1 month, or 5 months, or 1 year, everyone. All that's important is congratulating people for ranking up, and that's it. Because it's not a competition between ourselves, all right? And we shouldn't make other people feel that, oh wow, they did M3 in, let's say, 5 months. Well, me, it's taking me 2 years. Like, there's no competition here. I really want you all to understand that it's a beautiful journey for all of us. And there's not a timeline. It's not a race. It's really a marathon. There's no pressure to spend money every month unless you want to buy something else. Karen, I appreciate you so much. You've been with us for a long time. We met in Asia. I know that we're supposed to meet in Anaheim, if I remember right. Is that still happening here?
of course.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure there. Well, I'll see you in Anaheim. We'll give you another big hug.
Yeah, can I just finish off saying this thing with competition, guys? From having been, people say, "Oh, Corinne, you're competitive," and I say, No, I'm only competitive when I choose to be. You see, when I was competing on very high level, the only one I was competing, not even competing against, was myself to be the best. And that is what, if you ask any people at the top, they do look at themselves. They don't look at anything on the outside. So always do the best you can. And that is the best you can do. So that's what I want to finish off with. Congratulating anyone that is here because you're turning up. Thank you very much.